Oh, okay.
PNG Agriculture Company?
Yeah, Brad Jackson's my name. I'm CEO of PNG Agriculture Company. PNG Agriculture Company is a strategy of the Cocoa Board to try and improve cocoa production around the country by trying to incentivise farmers more and to increase income and all that sort of stuff. It's a 100% owned company by farmers, so there's no other ownership. It's all farmers, and we work towards basically trying to get them deeper in the value chain. So we look at cocoa production and increasing yield per tree, so that puts more money in the pockets, and then we look at controlling quality through centralised processing and looking for higher valued markets, which again puts more money in the pockets of farmers. So we've been going for about a year now, a year and 3 months, and price support has really created a big boost for our farmers because it's created an incentive that they've not seen before, and it's done a lot more than just putting money in the pockets of farmers. It's created stimulus within the local economies. Trade stores are increasing product, increasing trade. New businesses are being established, such as transporting cocoa from blocks into central buying points. We've seen much more employment generated. And hopefully we'll see a whole lot of other kinds of businesses that fall out of having increased income in the community. And so PNG Agriculture Company is really all about farmers. It's all about what can we do to get them more involved in the business of farming. So rather than just being a cocoa farmer, they're now in the business of cocoa farming and looking to increase income. Hopefully building a much brighter future for themselves.
You mentioned some interesting statistics.
Yeah.
During your speech?
Oh, like on price support?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here in Kowloon, that's one of our buying points. We have 7 buying points at the moment. In the last 9 buying days, over the last 5 to 6 weeks, they've bought 50 tonne of wet bean. 50 tonne of wet bean will translate to about 150,000 in money, income into the pockets of farmers here. Across our 7 groups, we have bought 600 plus thousand kinas worth, which is 200 tonne of beans, which equates to about 1,000 bags, I think, from memory. So big numbers in just 9 buying days as a result of a price stimulus. And so it's amazing to see the volumes that are coming through. These buying points here are jam-packed on our buying days of people. It's a central hub for the community.
How does the price support scheme work?
How? The price support scheme, the government provides an incentive to top up the price from the existing market value up to 3 kina a kilo. So farmers are paid when they sell their beans at 3 kina, which is not quite double, but very higher than what it normally is, and the incentive it's providing is not seen before. Like there hasn't been cocoa. The people here tell me there hasn't been cocoa production like this since before Cocoa Boto, 2006. So 15, 16 years ago, they've not seen cocoa production like this. And there's a genuine excitement around people, as you would have seen here today. People are happy that they're being recognised, and our challenge now is to be able to build the business to a stage that we can find new higher valued markets that can sustain the level of pricing that we get now. Because obviously stimulus packages from government don't last forever, but if it does what it's meant to do, we should be able to build volumes and look for higher valued markets, working with all of the stakeholders that are in the cocoa industry to try and find these sorts of markets. Consistent quality production should equal higher prices, and if we can do that, then we stand a good chance of maintaining these sorts of prices, and that's the kind of thing farmers are looking for, because we will, the volumes has spoken for themselves over the last 5 to 6 weeks.
PNGAC is formed out of the need to see that cocoa industry is run on a more commercial and business kind of approach. So Cocoa Board, through its necessary project and MOEs with districts all over the country, after planting from the nursery to the fields and from best, taking them all the way from best management practice to having them have processing facilities like fermentaries, and then marketing. After that, where to? Where do we go? Are we going to just allow them to fend for themselves? So we needed to put a company together which will really run these cooperative societies and farmer groups or cluster groups or whatever we call it. And PNGAC is made up of these farmers, groups of farmers, and the numbers have grown from 1,000, 2,000 to now going up to 7,000, and it will increase. And we would like to replicate this same thing to other regions like Morobe, Medang, Southern region, Popondeta, and with this approach, we also now addresses extension issues. Extension is run through using these groups. We don't need extension officers. Mr. Waninara, for your information, he is a lead farmer here. So farmers pay him out from a kilogram of what that they sell. He is getting paid by the farmers themselves. So we are incentivizing the farmers, and we are doing. You can see from World Bank project, PPAP. PPAP is what they call one of the models they preach about or they talk about, that it's a successful model, but there's no sustainability at the end of it. It's when the project funds come, it runs. But when the project fund is finished and it's gone, the partnerships also die out. So now farmers in PPAP, they are seeing light at the end of the tunnel with PNGAC. So most groups are also being integrated into PNGAC. And PNGAC has a board director in the interim now. Nganalaka Cooperative Society chairman is the chairman. So I think we need to, this is a one-stop shop kind of arrangement where even nurseries and processing and marketing, we need to ensure it sustains itself. We can't all the time depend on Cocoa Board, which is a government agency, and in turn we can't depend on government to give out handouts all the time. So that is why we have PNGAC who is doing this. And PNGAC is also providing extension service. PNGAC is now bargaining with exporters for better prices. PNGAC is now ensuring extension in cocoa is focused, coordinated and focused to PNGAC, so all the members are serviced. In the past, we randomly go around looking for farmers to do extension work. Now it must stop, because we don't have all the money in the world to do all these things. So what we need to do now is you be in a group to get checked. Like it's a license to operate. You be in a group before Cocoa Board or any agency can come in and assist you or help you in terms of extension and anything at all. So I think PNGAC is growing, and in terms of they are having partnership with Outspend, and of course that is how they are doing. So I think the company is owned by the farmers of various cooperative groups. So Cocoa Board doesn't have any say or any share in that company, not at all.